Okay. And go.
My name is Jameson, and my speech is over street gang culture in Los Angeles. He was 3 years old. His blood flowed innocently into the streets. His name was Franklin Pornos, and he was just one of many that was innocently killed and in the wrong place at the wrong time in Los Angeles, California. Street gang culture from West Los Angeles, California is not always what it was. Today, it has morphed into something totally different and unfortunately very tragic. But it didn't always start off like that. In 1969, the founder of the Crips, which was the first street gang in Los Angeles, was Stanley Williams and Raymond Washington. They were founded because the Black Panther Party was founded because they were getting criminalized and treated like animals by the police and the government, and they were being forced to stay in one area. So they rallied to themselves and they defended themselves, and they were arrested eventually. But the Crips, and not only the Crips, and there were Bloods and other gangs that formed as a result of that, and then crack cocaine hit the streets. Once crack cocaine hit the streets in Los Angeles, then people began to sell drugs, and it began to be about territories and fighting, and they began to argue with themselves and formed gangs. This led to today what we have. It is now all over. It's not just Los Angeles. There are many, many, many gangs, but it did start there. So some of the most important ones, or most deadly ones, are the MS-13s, Mexican Mafias, Bloods, and the Crips. Now, that's just four. They go around and they're like a brotherhood, and they mean well oftentimes, but they do what they know how to do best, and that is rob, kill, kidnap, and rape, and among other things. Unfortunately, LAPD and the Socialist Alternative state that in the last 3 years there were over 17,000 violent crimes, and over 480 homicides, 7,000 assaults. There were 677 youth that were shot, and out of that many, 71% of them were gang members. That also we wonder, why does that happen? And it's very sad that those numbers happen, because there are many, many more innocent that are killed in drive-bys or in passing by that are in the wrong place at the wrong time. So some of the reasons are absentee fatherism. Many researchers report that not having a father in the community, or having them locked up, or dead, there's no one to guide the kids. There's no one to guide the boys, especially the boys, the young men. And so they go and resort to being around each other. There are many organizations, especially one in Los Angeles. In 1999, it's called V2K Helper, and they do drug intervention and prevention. They will have speakers, they have counselors, and things like that. There are also mentorship programs that started, and like Big Brother, Big Sister, some of the YMCA, we all know those are very common. But there are many mentorship programs, between mentorship programs, communities, and churches. They are trying to really help the Los Angeles County area. It also has spread everywhere else. So we have Detroit, Texas, New York. Those are some of the places where gang culture is the worst. But, hopefully eventually they can work together and get it under control, and it can be about what it originally started about, which was freedoms and standing for the right thing. The end.
Yo!